Trump unveils his White House blacklist. Christmas may be over, but President-elect Donald Trump still has quite a few names on his naughty list. In a Truth Social post published Wednesday night, the incoming 47th President of the United States named a handful of former White House staffers as people suffering from Trump derangement syndrome and asked the public to not recommend job candidates that had previously worked with any of them. As of today, the incoming Trump administration has hired over 1,000 people for the United States government. They are outstanding in every way, and you will see the fruits of their labor over the coming years, Trump began. We will make America great again, and it will happen very quickly. In order to save time, money, and effort, it would be helpful if you would not send or recommend to us people who worked with or are endorsed by Americans for No Prosperity, headed by Charles Koch, dumb as a rock John Bolton, Birdbrain Nikki Haley, Mike Pence, Disloyal Warmongers Dick Cheney, and his psycho daughter, Liz. Mitt Romney, Paul Ryan General, Mark Milley, James Mattis, Mark Gesper, or any of the other people suffering from Trump derangement syndrome, more commonly known as TDs. Thank you for your attention to this matter, he concluded. Trump has been public about his qualms with all of the people on the list, including his own previous right-hand man, former Vice President Mike Pence. The two had a falling out following the events of the January 6 Capitol riots, where Pence largely blamed Trump for the events leading up to the insurrection. Pence also said Trump endangered him and his family in his 2022 memoir. Meanwhile, others in the list, like former Vice President Dick Cheney and former Senator Mitt Romney, have been staunch critics of Trump and his influence on the GOP. They both refused to support him in the 2024 election. Former House Speaker Paul Ryan similarly voted against Trump in both the 2020 and 2024 election, telling Yahoo Finance at the Milken Global Institute conference in May 2024 that he wrote in a Republican the last time and was going to write in a Republican this time. Ryan also called Trump a populist, authoritarian narcissist while speaking at a virtual Tenio event in 2023. Trump's not a conservative, Ryan said at the time. He's a populist, authoritarian narcissist. So historically speaking, all of his tendencies are basically where narcissism takes him, which is whatever makes him popular, makes him feel good at any given moment. Another member on Trump's blacklist, former general and chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff Mark Milley, was also an outspoken critic of the president-elect, going so far as to liken him to a dictator in his retirement speech in 2023. We don't take an oath to a king or a queen, to a tyrant or dictator or one a dictator, Milley said at the time in an apparent reference to Trump. He later added that the country's troops did not put their lives on the line to watch this great experiment in democracy perish. Miller also described Trump as a fascist to the core in a conversation relayed in legendary Washington reporter Bob Woodward's 2024 book War. No one has ever been as dangerous to this country as Donald Trump, Miller told Woodward. Now I realize he's a total fascist. He is the most dangerous person to this country.